I need to show you what just unfolded this week in Bittensor because if you blink right now, you're going to miss the shift that separates builders from talkers. This isn't another hype cycle. This is 128 subnets shipping real products, signing real clients, and pushing decentralization further than any other project in crypto. The biggest story this week is Jacob Steves stepping down as CEO of OpenTensor Foundation. Before you panic, listen closely. His involvement hasn't changed. This is deliberate decentralization. Governance is moving on-chain. Bittensor is transitioning from a project into a living organism that no single person controls. On February 12th, he didn't just step down quietly, he jumped straight into a live novelty search session, breaking down the upcoming governance changes, slashing mechanisms for scammy subnets, on-chain governance tools, emissions protection. If you are staking into alpha tokens right now, this is the meta layer stuff that directly impacts your dilution and your risk. Go watch that session. It's archived on X and Discord. That's what makes this different from every centralized AI company burning billions of dollars a year while one CEO decides what lives and what dies. Red Team on Subnet 61 quietly shipped 26 releases and over 2,000 commits. They landed major production integrations serving over 100 million daily active users. They have 1 inch as a paying customer, and they committed to Subnet buybacks starting at 1 TAO per day. That's a team that's not talking, they're executing. Real revenue, real users, real buyback pressure on their alpha token. Shoots on Subnet 64 continues to be an absolute machine. Following their latest novelty search, they announced Shoot Search, an AI-powered search engine. They launched ParaClaw, giving OpenClaw agents access to over 60 models. GLM5 went live on their platform. This subnet is serving 160 billion tokens per day and leading inference usage on platforms like OpenRouter. Real revenue stacking week after week. When people ask me where the proof of real utility is in Bittensor, I point them to Shoots and tell them to do the math. It's just a matter of time before they turn some serious profits, as the network scales. Numinous on Subnet 6 released their Eversight API this week and got featured across multiple podcast spotlights. Revenue Search 56 had Siam Kid and Mark Creaser grilling the Numinous team on real revenue paths beyond emissions, API monetization, client traction, scaling inference at production grade. This is the kind of conversation that separates Bittensor from every other crypto project. People are asking these subnets hard questions about making real money, and the teams are showing up with real answers. Lush on Subnet 78 launched their subnet portal and got accepted into the NVIDIA Inception program. Let that land for a second. NVIDIA, the company that powers the entire AI revolution, is bringing a Bittensor subnet into their accelerator program. That's institutional validation at the hardware level. Quasar on Subnet 24 is pushing Bittensor into the long context era of AI. After raising 400 TAO through Bitstarter, the team is scaling models designed to reason across massive inputs like full documents, large code bases, and extended conversations. Now powered by Shoots for hosting, Targon for training, and Gradients for fine-tuning, Quasar shows how specialized subnets can combine into a single intelligent stack. This is not just another model, it is composable infrastructure for deeper reasoning built directly on TAO. Basilica, on Subnet 39, shipped one-click deployments with native TAO deposits for OpenClaw agents. And then they linked up with Gradients on Subnet 56 to run reinforcement learning evaluations on Basilica's infrastructure. That's subnet composability in action. 2 teams on 2 different subnets plugging into each other and creating something neither could build alone. This is the network effect that people keep underestimating. Macrocosmos on Subnet 9 made their train-at-home app available to everyone on Mac. Yanez on Subnet 54 signed their first client for their biometric data API subscription, their second live product generating revenue. Synth on Subnet 50 explained how to launch a Polymarket trading bot using their API with OpenClaw, and their MCP server went live. Platform on Subnet 100 is teasing Cortex, an agentic IDE launching February 20th. Void on Subnet 106 launched Void 2.0 powered by Chainlink CCIP. Swarm Subnet on Subnet 124 showcased a drone holding autonomous position powered by a model trained on their subnet. We're talking physical world AI now, not just text generation. Bitsec on Subnet 60 improved their incentive mechanism from 35% to 70% accuracy in 1 week and found exploits in OpenClaw's codebase. Real security value being produced. ReSI Labs on Subnet 46 launched a new incentive mechanism. and their top model jumped from 46% to 78% accuracy in just days. Jin on Subnet 103 dropped their updated whitepaper advancing their cryptographic accountability stack. Bitcast on Subnet 93 partnered with Fluence Management for crypto creator marketing. Tatsu on Subnet 84 dropped a new website for Chipforge. Babelbit on Subnet 59 announced a complete website redesign. 2 new subnets launched this week. Handshake on Subnet 58, the 4th BitStarter incubated subnet, is building trustless micropayments for autonomous AI agents. Think about that use case for a second. As AI agents start transacting with each other at scale, they need payment rails that don't require human intervention. Handshake is building exactly that. And Genome's DAO launched Naomi on Subnet 55, a UMA-accelerated subnet advancing ethical, scalable research in drug response and personalized medicine. We're talking genomics meeting decentralized AI. The range of what's being built on Bittensor now spans from drone autonomy to drug discovery to financial trading to search engines. This is not a niche experiment anymore. UMA partnered with BitGet to bring seamless TAO staking to millions of global users. BitGo also launched institutional TAO staking. That's institutional validation stacking week after week. The network is eyeing expansion from 128 subnets to 256 in 2026. More specialized AI markets, more competition driving quality higher. If you want to go deeper, here's what to listen to this week. The OpenTensor Governance Novelty Search with Const is mandatory listening. TAO.com Episode 7 for Governance Mechanics. UMA's Subnet Spotlight with Numinous for Inference Economics. Revenue Search 56 and 57, one with Numinous on API monetization and one with TAO Private Network on Subnet 65, breaking down their premium VPN stack for agents and crypto traders, Whalesurf app, Stripe billing, and Subnet buyback plans. Ventura Labs, Episode 81 with Gordon Frayne covers subnets versus ERC20s, DeFi liquidity parallels, dynamic TAO assessment, and buy and hold strategy frameworks. Hashrate 157 from Mark Jeffrey ties the macro picture together with still core reports and institutional flows. Bittensor didn't have one big announcement this week. It had dozens of teams across 128 subnets, shipping real products, signing real clients, generating real revenue. The founder stepped back not because something is wrong, but because the network is strong enough to decentralize further. That's maturity. Don't confuse flat price with no progress. The builders are not waiting for your attention. They're shipping, not financial advice. Always do your own research, but pay attention.